Hello guys, today we're going to start out by going over the magnification formula, which is in chapter 14 of your digital age book for physics. First, I'm going to show you the formula, which is SID over SOD. Sorry, my stylus keeps on messing up for some reason. Equals I over O. Now, an easy way to remember this is that your I's are going to be on top and your O's are going to be on bottom. And that is your magnification formula. Now, I'm going to start out by doing a problem, but first I'm going to let you know that SID equals source to image distance. SOD is source to object distance. I and O are the lengths, your image length and your object length. Also, remember that your object length will be smaller than your image length because your image length is already magnified. Always remember that we're automatically going to have magnification in our images. It's still going to be a true representation of the anatomy or object. It's just going to be magnified. And also remember that we can use magnification to our advantage. It's not always a bad thing, but it is something we have to deal with. Now, first, we're going to start out with the problem, number 1, and that is going to be, your SID is going to be 72 inches. Your SOD is going to be 68 inches. I'm sorry, that looks... And your object to length distance is going to be 6 inches. And remember what I said earlier, that your object to length distance will be smaller than your image length. So we're looking for your image length in this problem. So first we're going to set up the formula, which we know is this. This is our formula. It is our go-to. So let me get that out a little bit. Okay, so we know that our SID is 72 inches. So we go 72 inches on top over our SOD, which is 68 inches, equals our 6 is on bottom. We're looking for our IL, and we know that our image length is on top. So I put an X, you can put an I or whatever. I just put an X because of math, how we grew up learning math. And then 6 is going to go on bottom. So first what you're going to do is you're going to cross multiply. So that's step 1. So we're going to do steps. Actually, your first step is set up formula. Which is up here. That is our formula. Step 2 is after you set up your formula and you get everything placed in the right sections, you're going to do cross multiplication. So cross multiply. So we're going to do 72. So that's step 1. Step 2. 72 times 6 equals 432. So we know that equals 432. Now we're going to do, after you cross multiply, we know that 68 and x. So we're going to do, it's going to be 68x equals 432. So then we're going to divide 68 because we got to get the x on its side by itself. So we marked out because when we do to one side, we have to do to the other. So 468 divided by 432 equals 6.35. And that is your image length. And that is your answer. So let's go back and let me write out the steps. Step 3 after we cross multiplied everything, then we divided. And remember, always what you do to one side, you have to do to the other, like we did in this one. How we divided 68 on this side, we had to do it over here to get this x on its own. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the next type of problem in the magnification formula. Now, in all problems, it might not give you exactly what the formula setup is like. So, let me go down here. Number 2, in this problem, it's giving us our SID is 44 inches. And then this is where it gets tricky. Your OID is 2 inches. Your image length is 3 inches. Sorry, my stylus keeps on messing up. Just ignore that. So what we're looking for is the object length. So, first step. We got to get rid of this. Because we need it to go to what? We need it to be SOD to set up our formula. So, to find your SOD, all you're going to do is you're going to subtract your SID from your OID, and that will give you your SOD. So, we know that 44 minus 2 equals 42. And that is our SOD. So, under our steps, our first step was get to the SOD. We had to get rid of that OID so we could have our formula. So now, step number 2, set up formula, which is SID equals, over SOD equals I over O. Alright, so now we can set up our formula finally. So, what that means is SID, what is 44 still, over our new SOD, which is 42, equals 3 over X, because we're looking for our object length. Alright, so now what we're going to do, again, is we're going to cross multiply. Alright, and after we cross multiply, we get 3 times 42 equals 42, sorry, times 3 equals 126. And remember, we got to divide by 44. So we get X on this side. So we have 44X equals 126. So whatever we do to one side, we have to do the other because we got to get the X on its own. So we mark that out. And then 44. So, and then that comes out to be 2.86 object length. That is our answer. So I'm going to get out of here and let you see the whole problem. Alright, now moving on. On those last 2 problems, we was just asking for things that were missing into the formula. So now, sometimes it might ask you for the magnification factor. In the magnification factor, we know that from earlier that magnification is equal to I'm sorry, this keeps on messing up, over O. So, In the problem, it gives us that our image is 10 inches and our object is 8 inches. So what is the magnification factor? And I'm going to put that as MF. And what we're going to do is 10 divided by 8. And what does that come out to be? It comes out to be 1.25 is our magnification factor. Sorry guys, my thing keeps on messing up. Okay, so that is our magnification factor. Now, sometimes it's going to ask you, what is the magnification percent? And if you have that problem, you would basically do it the same exact way. So going off of this problem that we have right here, I'm going to do this in a different color so you could see. Now we're going to be looking for the percentage, the MF percentage. This is what we're going to be looking for now. To find your magnification percentage, you're going to do this problem the same way. So we know that our magnification factor is 1.25. Now, if we need the magnification percentage, all we're going to do is subtract 1.25 by 1, which would give us 0.25. And then what we would do is multiply that by 100, and that equals 25%. So our magnification percentage is 25%. So remember, whenever you're looking for the magnification factor, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to do I divided by O. Then, if it asks for your percentage, you're going to do exactly this. And then you're going to subtract it by 1. And then multiply by 100. And then that will give you your answer. Alright guys, I'm going to get out of this whole thing and so y'all can see all of it. And I hope that this helped. And